Superdome here in New Orleans.
Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now from Murray. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play call right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one by the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Murray. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
He'll try again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
On third down, it's Blake. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The Saints at 3-6 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Jameis to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Cardinals will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away?
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Winston.
There's Chris Olave.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices,
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Winston. Forced out to his left. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him.
They'll have a great starting field position on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there.
With his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 10, Winston. And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Jameis again.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Winston again, it's Kamara.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Winston.
Olave over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the Saints first down.
Play action now. Winston steps away. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Kamara. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at him.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jameis Winston with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level.
Lutz good on the extra point. And we're tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Following the interception, Winston.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
To throw, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Winston. Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal line.
Well, the luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So
frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Murray now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Blake.
Right where this set of games started, they need a full team here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing now is Murray.
Got a man, it's Tristan Jackson.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Murray now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 37 yards. And the Cards will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the gun, Winston.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jameis now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And some room to run now.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Second down and 3.
Winston now.
The pass caught by Olave.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. On play action, Winston. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Jameis to throw it. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing, Winston.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
It's now
4th down, Winston. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
A 7-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Lux with the extra point. And it's now 17-15. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
taken in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Coming left is Kamara. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Jet sweep. Here's Olave.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So a nice kick there.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Murray now. Rolling to his right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On first down, Blake. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Blake, and once again, that middle going to be clogged up as he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
For the middle linebacker to 4-3, so often the captain of the defense gets them all lined up, and the captain made a great read there to snuff that play out. On 2nd and 9, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sack.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a 1st down, and 1 less down to try and get it.
There's a 2nd down try. It's knocked away.
Unconventional wisdom says, hey, don't get rolled back to one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Murray again. He finds his man, complete. That's Blake. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Here's Murray. Throw left side, complete. That's Brown. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, Winston. This is caught. It's Hardy. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And they will take a knee here. Second and 11 now. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one a victory